And here we go. The ting goes SKRRRRRA. Pa 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 pa. Skibidi pa pa. Love it.
The storm has broken.
What's up YouTube and welcome to Kennen Ezreal, aka Machine Gun Kenny. French ladder player Shampoo recently hit rank 1 on Europe with this list and with a ridiculous amount of LP, so I want to take a look at what might potentially be the best deck in the game right now. First of all, a little history lesson. This deck has already been around once, shortly after the Kennen release, and it was entirely broken and it prompted a nerf, a series of nerfs even, to Kinku Wayfinder to get the card to where it is right now. And then the deck did become kind of unplayable, it fell out of the meta. Decks like Kennen Ari were just straight up better, but now with the recent Kennen buff, it seems like people are willing to try this concept out again, even though Ezreal and Wayfinder still happen to be nerfed cards. And first of all, a big warning, this deck is incredibly hard to play, but it is incredibly rewarding if played well. And if you look at the decklist, you can quickly see why. You have answers for literally every single matchup in the game. If you know how to use them and you draw them in the right order, you can do what the pink region does best and control literally everything. We have 3 copies of Deny and 2 copies of Nopify. We have 3 copies of Homecoming to get rid of our opponent's big threats, as well as Ionia and tellstones to produce more Homecomings. We can protect our own units incredibly well with recalls and retreats, so they dodge our opponent's removal or challengers or whatever. And we have almost infinite value generation with Shadow Assassins and sainen Thousand-Tailed. We can even copy these with God Willow seedlings if we ever do run out of cards. More combat protection or offensive combat tricks in Twin Disciplines, and of course Kennen's Mark of the Storm. And to make sure we don't get overrun by aggro, we have copies of Eye of the Dragon as well as Tasty Faefolk. So this deck can adapt incredibly well to every matchup, but that's also why it's important to be aware of which deck you queued into, and that's gonna impact your mulligan as well as your in-game decision making a lot. As a general rule of thumb, we basically want to spam cannons. We want to recall them often, and we'll often level up cannon by playing 5 copies of cannon. We can do that very effectively with recall effects, with retreats, with God Willow seedling on a cannon, and that of course gives us a cannon's lightning rush in hand, which we can use onto the ephemeral cannon on our board to produce more cannons in our deck, which we can then again copy with Kinku Wayfinder. Kind of infinite value, you get the idea, right? Every time cannon does get played, we do generate a Mark of the Storm, which is a free Ezreal level up trigger, as well as a great board control tool now that it got buffed to dealing 3 damage. Ideally, when Kennen levels, we want to have 1 or 2 copies of him on the board. That's very easy to achieve with cards like God Willow Seedling or Kinku Wayfinder, and eventually leveled Ezreal as well, so that Kennen gets summoned, Kennen attacks, we get a bunch of Mark of the Storms, each of them deals 2 damage to our opponent's Nexus. With the new rules to playing and casting spells, this is very hard to counteract for our opponent, and we can often just machine gun down our opponent's Nexus with Ezreal's leveled ability. But easier said than done, navigating some matchups can be very tricky. So you need to be cautious of your resources and have a good sense of not falling behind too much in tempo and in saving your removal for your opponent's biggest and realest threats. I'm usually not a big fan of these very oppressive Ionia control and combo decks, so I only played a few games with it, but I just had to try it after seeing the incredible success that Shampoo had. And bear with me, I'm not even playing close to perfectly, I'm still making a lot of mistakes and learning while playing the deck. Nonetheless, it performed incredibly well, and I want to share a variety of matchups that I faced on my Twitch stream with you.
You 25 months, Lamau.
Thank you for the 25, Pagenstein. Much appreciated. Go hard. I could nope the first. First go hard. What do I look for in the mulligan? Never played this deck. I haven't even really looked at the deck list. Give me a second. Like, we don't really need to find Eye of the Dragon. We do want cannons and wayfinders though, right? Because nope can be a keep. Sainen is bit too slow, probably. Not even sure about Nopify though. Let's full mode look for Cannon and Wayfinder. It's a bunch of bricks. Good thing we full mult though.
We each hold a world.
I don't think our opponent really has a removal for Ezreal. We could just pop him in early. And now it gets interesting. Open pass.
I thought you'd never ask.
I am prepared.
It's the correct block for our opponent, I think, but yet we're very happy about it. Like, with the hand we have, we don't really want to use the spell mana, because we kind of want to go like Kennen into seedling next round. We don't need to do it yet. Do we play Twin Disciplines and that stuff like that? I need to check out this deck list again at some point.
I am lightning. I break the wind.
Just wanted to say I dislike your tendency for misleading titles. You're right, you're right. Machine Gun Kenny. Or if they pass again. Kinda like them burning 3 mana. Does cost us quite a bit though. My favorite board skin. I don't really care much about skins, I don't know, to be honest. Wondering if it's smarter, like maybe I should have waited one round with the seedling so I can lightning rush this Kenny back to hand. I'm still learning that deck. I haven't played it when it was meta for the first time. This is pretty much more or less my first game on it. Maybe I did it a long time ago. In the US, there are psilocybin studies ongoing. ATM though, I think. Yeah. It took long enough, let's put it that way. Should have already been going on like 60 years ago. I put Narwhal into my deck, but I didn't change my life. What did I do wrong? Maybe it was just bad luck. Kind of hard to say. I mean, you read all the people in the comments. Must have done something for them.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
It's probably the best nopify, right?
Sure.
I will find the moonstone.
Not even gonna lie, this is really scary. These two next to each other. RJ, thank you for the prime. I hope the Narwhal will now change your life. Appreciate it. Greg Godfrey, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you enjoy the interactive bit of it. Upstairs playing the dirty electric rat deck. Yeah, I feel dirty as well. It immediately makes me want to take a shower. Sure.
Silent as death.
Okay. So hot being bought. I'm just trying to imitate Brom's look. Nothing too crazy about it. Looks like an end round angle. Now it gets funny though, like... We just open recall Kenny? Like sainen I think is a bit too mana intensive this turn. Any thoughts on the state of Kennen right now? I mean, standalone Kennen is not good in this deck. He's quite broken. I'm not quite a fan of this type of design in cards in general. Feels like they have another Nami in hand. Still seems like the correct line of play here. Why? I mean, the combo potential is just too high. But Homecoming Ezreal right now to heal him, basically. Don't think I like it. I could sainen. Sainen seems fine.
Never lost a fair game.
Sheesh!
Played one.
That's not good. I think we bounce Shelly. Protect Kennen. Could also just bounce Kennen with the champ spy.
The tempest gathers.
Probably better.
It's still gathering.
This looks really good, actually. Man, purple region is so evil. So unbelievably evil. I mean pink region, not purple. Purple region is also evil, but not right now. It had its days. Double Kenny on the board. Which region is purple? Tarragon.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and thunder. Now you will see my final move. Look, Nami, I have located the moonstone.
That's a sea biscuit, Shelly, but good try.
Shelly has located the moonstone. What kind of shenanigans do we do here? Wayfinder Ezreal, right?
Everyone here? Let's go. Let the tide carry you.
Ooh, okay. Not too bad.
Time for a true display of skill.
The thing goes skrrrrrrra.
Break the silence.
This is inting.
Sweat.
Oh, Fading Memories. We make him use Fading Memories, we can still go skrrrrrra. I think we just win next turn.
Check me out.
Nora looks tight. I don't know, I think the mechanic is too RNG. But we'll see, we'll see. Like, there are some ridiculous high rolls you can get, especially once she's leveled.
You won't take me away. Ride the surging tide.
God damn it, Twitch chat. What the hell is wrong with you? We could try to push for lethal with Twin. I think the smarter thing is threatening to remove Nami. Find lethal eventually anyway. Man, pink region is really evil.
Silent as death.
We're just killing opponent because I have a ton of mana left open. There's no real point in recalling right now. But right now it's not too bad because they can't replay Shelly this turn. Oh, it's burst. Oh my goodness. I'm still living in the past.
I knew we had it all along.
Still gotta get used to the... Chat, don't forget I was on a 3-month break when frickin' play cast change got implemented. Pina's playing the garbage deck. Oh wait, this is a rematch of the timer disaster. He was actually playing pirates as well in that game. And I was playing, well, a different type of control deck. I was playing Field of Mina. Full mull for Eye of the Dragon and Kenny. And Tasty Fey Folk.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles. They hesitate, but we will strike.
Just need a second.
Rain and lightning.
We'll Phantom Block Recall Kenny probably. Do we? We don't get activation on... Oh shit.
Reporting in?
So it's lost.
We each hold a world within.
Kinda got a tank. Yeah, tank 8 here. Don't really have an option.
Okay, ready.
Wind and thunder.
That's pretty much if they have Make It Rain, we lose. If they don't, we are okay.
I am lightning. I break the wind.
Okay might be a bit of an overstatement, but you get the idea.
Got past me.
Thing goes skrrra. Time for some Kenny shenanigans, right? What if we don't bounce Kenny but bounce Dragonling instead for next turn to have more lifesteal? We wouldn't get the second spell this turn though unless we got Willow Cannon. How much mana do you cost? Nah, that's overpriced. It's a cute idea, but I don't think it's good. They may fervor. We have Nopify. Shadow block, fearsomes? I wish.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles.
Ye started without me.
We will have a fearsome blocker. Now the question is, do we take out Precious Pet or not nonetheless? Because this is also vulnerable to like Riptide Sermon and the likes. We won't have mana for Deny next turn. We'll get Kenny leveled up though. I think we can go for the stat line here. Have a nice stash. Thank you, thank you. Do my Monasterian of Harana in this deck. I mean, I just copied the deck list from by far rank 1 in Europe. I'm not gonna do any changes with it. think it's God Willow, Eye of the Dragon, Lightning Rush, Ephemeral Kenny. What else do we have? We play this. Definitely need 2 spells, right? Afro, thank you though, the Prime. Appreciate it.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Do I ever end rounds? Like, I'll play the first mark for sure. What do I do then? And have only these 2 blockers to those 3 attackers? Looks quite dark, right?
Do you realize now there is no hope to win against Tempest style?
Fortune favors the bold.
Maps make it rain is actually nasty. Eye of Nagakaburo's open. Well, we can deny the MF skill, but then we... I think deny MF skill is actually correct. And we still have nopify for make it rain. It's the same as denying a decimate, right? If it ensures us to get 4 healing through, but we additionally take 2 units of our opponent's board. River would be good for them. Make it rain is not worth it, I think. Down to 1 card in hand. No, I don't think Deny is worth it anymore. Whoa, Homecoming is such a good pickup. We'll get the cannon on their next open attack, which means if we mark MF now, second mark is gonna come out before she hits us.
Your lesson begins.
I want to play this into Riptide Sermon. So easy pass.
Deal me in. Eyes open.
And now it gets iffy though. Whether or not to keep the 9 mana open next round.
The world within.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Double leveled cannon. It's probably the best play, right? Even better than Tasty. We tap under deny mana, which is devastating. Single leveled cannon. Tasty.
I possess the secrets of King Fu. Now you will see my final move.
I feel like Wayfinder is just better.
First step's the hardest.
Like, small chance of breaking Allegiance, which would suck but not be game breaking, and these 2 draws are recent, right? So it's not that high likelihood of them being... Like, Decimate is fine, Riptide Sermon is the only scare card. It's basically 2 out of 30 and 2 out of 20, 3 out of 30 and 3 out of 29. Not added, but yeah. Maths is a bit different there, but it's like, what, 17% or so for them to have drawn a sermon.
Had enough, have you?
What's Riptide Sermon? 6 mana spell that does a lot. Of course they have found it here. Oh. Bruh, it's like, oh, Jesus. Okay.
The silent death.
Do I use the mic? I don't have to. I could though. They open attack, I have deny. I feel like end runs better. Gives me Fey Folk development. Was it only turn 7? I mean, it's actually a high class match to be fair. And so far my opponent's playing really well. Are those gains RC? You mean these guns? Yeah. No, I am going to the gym regularly again. And also been eating a lot more recently. I'm not sure if TF is the right target here, but it's fine. Could I do? I could bounce Wayfinder to find another cannon. Makes more sense to retreat Kenny and then Lightning Rush.
But not that good.
Who do we target? Stat line wise, it would be this guy. Ping our Nexus is a bit annoying. Thinks too much, that sometimes I wonder what he is thinking that much. Not using enough time is a huge misplay. It's probably like the... Like, if you're not peak masters, it's probably one of the main reasons you are not peak masters. I miss out on deny mana if I replay, but it does kill MF. I think it's worth it.
Extra hands never hurt.
I mean, still, it's kind of similar situation as earlier on. These cards were both drawn recently. They do still have 3 Decimates, 2 Sermons in deck. Unlikely to be these cards though. Double Decimate, what, with 9 mana? Also, I have an attack in between. Sermon on this probably, or on the eye. Uncanny, interesting. That seems incorrect.
Rain and lightning.
3/3 swings, right?
This way.
This is pretty fine.
Not today.
Top deck recoil. Hey, the funny thing is, oh no, there's not really an TF flip here. I guess double Eye of Nagakaburos. Like eventually there's gonna be a TF flip somewhere. Likely to be either MF or Fervor. Okay, interesting. TF pick a card, maybe. Zap Sprayfin? Not that much left that our opponent would not want to play there. Jeez. That was a really good game though. Jimmy playing Viego, Evelynn. Is that deck a thing? So many people seem to be trying it. Should probably keep one homecoming for the first Viego. Like, I can't deal with him outside of recalling him, right? Then again, don't we play like... we play a lot of homecomings now, don't we? Still, one could be a keep. I think it's gonna be a good card in this matchup. Oh, Jesus. I should look at my deck list a bit more intensely.
Ain't no shadows in here, friend.
The spirit gives to those who listen.
No attack? What do you mean? Should I swing in just for the lulz?
Not all mean well.
You finished the last group already?
Yuck. Alright, start playing the game now.
I have studied every fighting manual.
I forgot I can just put both on the stack, like, with the play and cast change. Is it even worth protecting her in this matchup? I don't think it is. But I can't really protect Kennen, can I? And because I still have Hate Spike and Wild Feast mana, it's probably better to protect I. Not sure if this is correct, but...
What is gained when we return malevolence?
Future blocker, maybe. Maybe it is, yeah.
Take a load off.
Submission or death for all humans.
Could bounce the guy right now. I can't really recall Kennen into Hate Spike and Wild Feast mana. So is it I or is it the Seedling? It's probably Seedling, right, if I have sainen here. That pass can never be good in this matchup.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles.
Homecoming. We always save Homecoming for Viego here.
Worthless. Impress me.
Impress me. This should be just about over though. We need to protect Ezreal from vengeances, but we can't do that.
Extra hands never hurt.
The whole world will know.
Don't waste my time.
I actually need board space, so I'm happy with my opponent for swings here. Seedling Kenny? Is it Seedling Kenny?
Busy tonight.
Oppose me and die.
It will be done.
The dragon binds us.
I think I want the Eye of the Dragon to die.
Ready yourself.
Like, I can't play Ezreal here because even if they have Black Spear, we have Homecoming or Deny.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
Homecoming's best, right? Spawns Viego.
I know you're thinking and stuff, but could you maybe speed things up a little?
Impress me.
Eyes open.
Such a weird hand.
And the stiffest strike.
Not easy to play this one.
Plenty of fire to go around.
Don't waste my time.
This is Tempest.
If we swing now, we get to kill this before Viego hits the board.
Beg.
Or I could have just twinned instead of Homecoming. Kind of true, but it does kill... Like in German we says it would beat two wasps with one... two flies with one swat. We'll let this one Kenny die. Sure. I'm also surprised he blocked the cannons and not these. Like, he could have damaged these. Okay, this is GG. Or double hate spike, I guess. Doesn't even work.
I'm so good, I surprised myself. I thought you'd never ask.
Because I can play health pot in between. Or like twin disciplines for HP.
I should stamp you out like the insect you are.
What do we got, Willow? I think it's just pass.
I will find her.
Impress me. Don't waste.
Wait, do we
my
even still have a
time.
Kenny in deck? I'm not quite sure right now. GG's. Man, I totally feel Jimmy here. Like,
Not hope to win.
I was sitting on his side of the screen. I'd probably also just frustration concede against pink region.